Recently, BLACKPINK's Jennie has triggered some backlash due to her controversial behavior and outfits during the group's Deadline tour. Images like these are used as examples to highlight her controversial behavior and outfits, alongside this video. These are the basic evidences of Jennie acting controversial, to which I say, isn't that controversial? She's not at the age where you can control what she does. If she wants to expose her bra on stage and give the middle finger in a photo, which I'm not sure why, then just let her be free with it. I actually wonder why she is giving the middle finger here. I don't think this gesture is a cool thing to portray for the fun of it. Maybe it's her response to haters? Other than that, Jennie is not doing anything wrong with how she's acting overall, as well as the way she dresses for the tour. Staying on the topic of BLACKPINK, Jisoo garnered a few criticism due to this choreography with a male backup dancer.
Honestly, why do they keep putting in this kind of choreography? Suddenly, it just gets ridiculously funny.
Why are all the BLACKPINK members acting like this lately?
Why do they keep adding in dances like this?
I'm sorry, but I don't really see anything wrong here. Am I missing something? To the people criticizing her for this, I recommend getting off the internet or doing something to get BLACKPINK off your mind. This is just a pathetic backlash. ILLIT member Wonhee sparked some criticism due to her comment during a recent radio appearance. She was on Park So-hyun's Love Game radio show, alongside Mocha and Yoona. Wonhee was asked to select a song to be played, in which she chose Twice's Heartshaker. Here is an explanation of her decision.
사실 저도 방탄소년단 선배님의 I Need You랑 이 하트쉐이커 중에 너무 고민을 했었거든요. 근데 제 생각에 가장 K-pop 걸그룹 하면은 항상 트와이스 선배님이셨어가지고 어릴 때부터 항상 친구 나오면 보고 제 일상에 스며들어 계셨던 선배님이었어요. 그래서 이 곡을 보고 뭔가 춤을 항상 따라췄던 기억이 있어요.
However, this moment escalated quickly, due to a mistranslation of her statement that began circulating on X. This phrasing led some international fans to interpret her message as dismissing other top girl groups, especially BLACKPINK. As a result, a fan war started. You can see the collage of horrible posts made towards Wonhee. Because of this situation, fans of ILLIT stepped in to clarify Wonhee's original comments, saying it was mistranslated. I guess the moral of the story is, be careful of translations. Korean is a hard language to translate after all, so don't always take translations at face value. Even if Wonhee said this, it's not entirely wrong. Around the time of Heartshaker, Twice was the most popular girl group in Korea. So neither translation shouldn't trigger this much backlash. I'm heading into some heartbreaking stuff here. Recently, former after-school member, Raina, posted a long message on her social media, revealing that she had suffered from severe stalking. She confessed that she has received countless DMs in the past from people imagining her name on their family relationship certificate, and coming up to her with flowers and their numbers, wanting to date her. Some even came and found her house, forcing her to move away. What the f***? It got worse about 2 years ago, as she said it got severe. She told them she would report them if they continued this f***-up behavior, but it kept happening. I know there are legal penalties for these kinds of people, but I wonder if they're that effective. If not, there has to be a consensus to enforce harsher penalties. I hope Raina is not currently dealing with these behaviors, but if she is, harsher actions need to take place. On the recent K-Star Next Door episode, Infinite's Woo Hyun and former 101 member Ha Sungwoon were teased as the next guests, and their comments during the teaser left a strong impression. The teaser wasted no time getting into what they said, such as saying idols need to sing live, and Woo Hyun adding Infinite sing live during their performances. Many idols worry about singing live due to issues like voice crack and flat notes. However, Sungwoon noted that it's cooler to sing live despite encountering vocal issues, because the fans can hear raw vocals. Finally, Woo Hyun hit the target by saying they're not dancers, they're K-pop singers because they sing and dance. Their comments triggered a reaction from fans, actually agreeing with their words. Do I feel the same way? Of course I do, but to an extent. To me, I think live vocals are much appreciated for concerts and end-of-the-year award shows. However, when it comes to music shows, I think not singing live in some or most appearances is fine. After all, these idols have to save their voices for something bigger, like an event or a concert. But yes, idols having the will to sing live is much appreciated, showing themselves as people who are trying to be the best at their jobs. Super Junior KRY appeared on JKOut's YouTube channel, participating in the BGL background live segment. If you guys are unfamiliar with this segment, basically, singers sing the song live undercover, as if they were the actual music track. However, a tweet gained some attention for criticizing one of the members, Ryeowook.
Hey Ryeowook, if this is content for your 20th debut anniversary, then at least memorize the lyrics. Why are you looking at your phone to sing when we were us?
Here's the amazing part. Ryeowook actually saw this tweet, and he replied with this.
I'm sorry, it must have been uncomfortable to watch. I know the lyrics, but I looked at my phone because I was nervous that I would forget them. This was supposed to be fun content, but even after singing for 20 years, I was sweating because it was my first time singing a song live while pretending to be a track. Thank you for listening to our music and I hope you have a great day.
I gotta say, I love how honest and positive his reply was, and it kinda made me laugh. Other people liked his response to that person, so good on you Ryeowook. A few days ago, Hoshi liked a viral post, which actually caused a debate. The post he liked was an Instagram reel showcasing 17's Mama performance in 2019, containing this following caption. People noticed he liked the video, with some interpreting his action as a shade towards BTS, who actually won that award. As some people criticized his action, others came in to defend Hoshi, interpreting his message as him acknowledging 17's efforts, regardless of who the award went towards, which I actually agree. There were even some people showing how Hoshi praises BTS often, and cites them as inspiration.
미국에서 시상식했던 것도 다 찾아보고 저 심지어 온 온라인 콘서트 저 봤거든요. 왜 이렇게 다 찾아봐요? 저는 이제 너무 궁금했어요. 이게 어떤 식으로 공연을 연출했을지 너무 궁금.
I believe this is just a case of people reading too much into this. Who knows though, maybe Hoshi felt 17 should have won that award. Because we don't know the inside of Hoshi's mind, we can't conclude what his action really meant. However, I feel that interpreting his action as a shade towards BTS is a negative mindset to have. Let's move into some lighter news involving Hoshi. On July 21st, Hoshi posted this image of a message he found at the beach. As you can see, it says 17 forever. He liked it so much that he changed his Weverse profile picture to that. Not long after, the fan who actually wrote that message saw this, and made a post online. She basically said she liked him since 2016, saying he is a good person and a great idol. In turn, Hoshi liked her post and left a comment thanking her. This interaction garnered a positive and warm response from others. I thought this was a good heartfelt story to cover. On July 22nd, K-pop legend BoA released a set of concept photos, transforming herself into a cheerleader. I have to say, she looks good, and I love the energy she is giving through these images. However, I chose this topic because of this comment. Seriously, is this like a trend? I've seen this kind of comment a lot during the past year. I find this kind of comment quite pathetic, especially towards idols who are at the age to try out any concept they want. There's nothing wrong with BoA sporting a cheerleader look, unless I'm missing something. If you personally don't like BoA trying a cheerleader concept, that's fine. From your perspective, maybe she doesn't fit this concept, or the other way around. However, I believe age shouldn't be a factor to your opinion. That's all the news I wanted to talk about from this week, and I hope you guys learned something from this. Make sure to subscribe and like this video, and we'll talk K-pop next time.